Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, cause I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast, and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts, and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring, and George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk a doubter, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Welcome to the MC Tutor Show. I am your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host, MC Tutor. Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert, Stephen Colbert, Stephen Colbert. Boy, we can't get enough of that Stephen Colbert, can we? All of a sudden, we can't get enough. So, under 30 people showed up to protest to get Stephen Colbert back on the air. Get a life. Boy, oh boy, anybody who shows up to put that man back on the air does not have a life. They must have plenty of money in the bank to pay Stephen Colbert out of pocket to compensate for the money Paramount loses when they pay him and his staff. Now, I believe that staff should reapply for other jobs, for other shows, because I think the lighting people shouldn't have to suffer for Stephen Colbert's mistakes. I believe all the people involved with that shouldn't have to suffer for Stephen Colbert's mistakes. The writers, maybe. Yeah, the writers. But let's look at the picture here in the inset that I chose. You know who else canceled comedians? Hitler. Well, that's apples and oranges. Okay? Hitler canceled comedians. I don't know if he did or didn't, but even if he did, that has nothing to do with Stephen Colbert. That doesn't mean Nazism is going on here. It doesn't mean fascist tactics are going on here. It means he sucked. His ratings were low. He wasn't pulling in advertising revenue. Paramount and CBS were losing money. And they had to cut him like a dead limb for their own survival. What's so Hitler about that? And are they claiming that Trump canceled him? It wasn't Stephen Colbert's own TDS that canceled himself out? That caused people to turn the channel to something else? And then those shows got the advertising revenue? That you don't think these through, do you? You people on the left, you don't think these through, do you? And so here we are having to explain to the normal people that there are actually people out there, as few as there may be, who give a shit about Stephen Colbert. Now, Hunter Biden had an interesting question, if you recall from the last video I showed, or one of the few videos I showed in the past. And here's his question.
How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your fucking table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your fucking garden?
And now, Hunter Biden, we have your answer. Apparently, Stephen Colbert is looking for work. Apparently, these people want Stephen Colbert back to work again. So, why don't you be the benevolent Biden that you are and hire Stephen Colbert to clean your toilets? And hire his writers to fold your sheets and do your garden. And problem solved. They care about these people out of work. You care about who's going to clean the toilets, fold the laundry, and do the garden. Stephen Colbert and his writers will clean your toilets, do your garden, fold your sheets. Problem solved. And here we are. Solving problems. That's what I do. That's why I make such a great life coach. Because I could solve these immensely stressing problems that people have in this world. Or are you going to tell me that liberal-ass Stephen Colbert is too good to clean a toilet? I got hired as a mechanic. I was sent to clean the toilet. Is Stephen Colbert better than me? That is so insulting. That is such a slap to the face of these people that do this menial work. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And then at what wages, Hunter? At what wages? And wasn't it Stephen Colbert that was one of the people who asked that question? Well, now you know your answer. You're looking around, no job, nobody filling those much-needed positions to clean the toilets. Go for it, Stephen Colbert. Just go for it. All right, we're going to make this a short and sweet episode of the MC Too Tall Show and conclude here. And so on to my loyal John Crancians, I say, respect God, watch out for the Illuminati, try to maintain your sanity in these leftist times, stay strong, keep kicking that sling, hiss your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, and life coach and problem solver, MC Too Tall. Don't worry, be happy, Stephen. Don't worry, be happy.